So if you are a normal watcher of this channel, you would probably know that I recently returned from Greece, where we engaged in a Greek bareboat charter. There's a few videos posted on that. But at the end of that trip, my romantic partner, my life partner Kirsten, and I, we went to Istanbul, Turkey. At the end of that trip, we spent a few days there just to get a feel for it. And on one particular day, she took a class on learning how to make Turkish coffee, and that gave me a few hours to go and wander, and I got to go see a Turkish marina. It's my first visit to a marina in Istanbul, in Turkey, and I thought I'd share that experience with you today. In Istanbul at my first tram stop, and it was pretty straightforward, but I'll tell you, it wasn't overly straightforward to actually load the car. It took a little bit of effort. My little exploration is taking too long, so I jumped in a taxi and we're heading straight to the marina now. Okay, it was an adventure to get here, but I have arrived in a parking lot adjacent to the marina. That does look like a marina office over there, and yeah, there's a lot of parking, and I see a lot of locked gates on the piers, so it's controlled access, which is good. I see signs for yacht rentals, but let me show you what I'm looking at here. The marina area is protected by two gates, right? One is this external gate, which requires an owner or a resident to let you in. There are different access points along this fence, and in addition, there are pier entrances, and every entrance to the finger docks are also locked. Heavy security, which is good. The name of the marina is Atakoy Marina here in Istanbul. Super yacht access. Well, one other thing I'll say about security of this place is that there are security personnel along the marina checkpoints. There is a security desk over here by the super yacht area. So this is the extreme west end of the marina. And I'm in front of the main east-west alleyway behind me. That looks pretty wide. Easy to traverse, and you see all these yachts are Mediterranean moored, so they are stern in with mooring lines facing out. There's someone heading out. This is a sailboat for sale, but I'm also seeing that the powerboats are more on the west end and the sailboats are over on the east end. So we'll head more that way and take a look, but this is a beautiful pilot house cruiser for sale. Okay, and I'm along the seawall. This is a very protected marina. I mean, inside here, you don't feel a lot of wind, a lot of breeze. High seawalls, very protected. A really nice marina, and it is filled pretty much to capacity. There's some room in here, but you know, it looks about 80% at this point. It's May, so I'm sure this is high season in this marina. It's pretty full. So my impression so far, it's very secure and quiet. I don't foresee that this place is going to have a lot of partying. I mean, this is Istanbul, so you know, alcohol is taxed at a high level. And this is just a nice, quiet, secure harbor with a lot of security, a lot of access points for parking lots, for gates to get into these areas. I'm right now walking along kind of the quay or the main pier where a lot of power boats are Mediterranean moored. There's a lift. So behind me there is a fuel dock. I just went by a lift a little bit ago, and I'm approaching what I think is the end of where I can walk. You can see I'm approaching this building behind me, but I think back this way is the main mouth of the marina, the main entrance and exit for this particular marina here. So that yard behind me with the lift, it is a small little area, so I think that is where boats would come to get repaired, get some maintenance done. I don't think that would be a long-term storage by any means. It's right adjacent to the fueling area and right across from these restaurants. So this made the whole venture worthwhile. I'm out here now on a balcony overlooking the outside of the sea, and it is gorgeous. There's a nice light breeze. I believe the harbor entrance is back this way. There is a restaurant with a balcony behind me, which is a great view, and man, gorgeous. I'm so happy I walked out here so I could see this. This made really everything worthwhile. Let me show you a little more what I'm looking at. All those container ships out there, and then Istanbul proper is over this way. So one thing I'm starting to recognize here is that there are not a lot of sailboats here. I'd say the ratio of sailboat to powerboat is probably at least 5 to 1, maybe 8 to 1. I don't think I see more than 100 sailboats in here. All right, I've walked the entire perimeter of this marina, and again, it's just a quiet, secure marina. It looks like all the boats in here are nice and safe. A lot of security personnel, a lot of security desks, double gated, but you are allowed to walk all along the entire perimeter. And there's lots of restaurants here too that you know, supports. It just seems like there's a lot of amenities. I saw shower facilities, the bathrooms, everything was accessible. One negative I will point out as I'm exiting the marina is how far away it is from downtown. It's not easily accessible. Certainly a cab ride, which cost me about 12 US, that seems to be the main way to get here by car. It's a long walk back to Istanbul. I'm going to start walking along the lakefront. So I found myself outside of the marina and staring at the mouth of the marina. So that is the access point where the recreational boats can get in and out of this marina. This marina did have a super yacht section, which I did not really explore. That wasn't my particular interest or focus, but it did have a large area for super yachts specifically, and the security around there was also ample, and maybe this marina was a little more catered toward visitors from the super yachts and not so much catered to visitors on smaller recreational vessels. Indeed, this marina did seem more like a local sort of a place. The reviews online suggested that this was not a great place for a transient to come in unannounced. Certainly to come in unannounced would probably result in no space for you. So to go to this marina as a transient, plan in advance, make reservations in advance, expect to pay a higher cost, $100 plus per night for a recreational vessel, a normal recreational vessel, 30, 40, 50 feet. So yeah, I didn't find it overly friendly. The website was all in Turkish. They just didn't seem to accommodate or want to accommodate transients in this particular marina. Along the trip back, walking back from this marina along the seafront, in the distance toward the downtown area, about halfway to the downtown area, maybe a little more, I started seeing these old walls, these remnants of the Byzantine walls that protected Constantinople proper from the outside world. It was the fortress of Constantinople, which was so renowned in the Middle Ages as to its being an impenetrable fortress. And in 1493, the Sultan Mehmet, I believe is the name, Turkish Sultan, succeeded in breaching those walls. So these ruins were fascinating. This is many hundreds of years old walls that were just interesting. I was happy to not be charged and to walk along these fascinating walls and towers. If you have experience traveling on a recreational vessel, cruising in Turkey, I'd love to hear your comments. Please share your comments below on this video. I want to thank my subscribers. I really appreciate your support. If you've stayed to the end of this video, please hit that like button. That would really help the channel grow. This is Sailor Eric. Thanks for watching.